everybody, and welcome to day one of vlog Chag. So I want to do something kind of fun this year. A lot of YouTubers do Vlogmas, which is just making a video every day in December to take advantage of premium ad rates. But I thought it'd be kind of fun just to do 8 videos for Hanukkah, and I'm calling it Vlog Chag because Chag means holiday. So it's just vlog holiday. It's really clever if you know what it means, and you know what they say about jokes. The ones you have to explain are extra funny. So I thought I'd do 8 days of this and it would just be fun. And today, the first day is just basic boilerplate, how to celebrate Hanukkah. And there'll be a bunch of other fun topics that I'm gonna cover. And I hope you'll enjoy them and I hope you'll watch all of them. If you're interested in some Jewish content, Pippin, get down from there. Me yelling at my cats about misbehavior while trying to get through a script. I also make book stuff, and I just generally kind of do whatever I want. It's just a fun channel where I yell about things that make me angry. That's a big one. And I talk about anti-Semitism, I talk about Judaism, I talk about history, I talk about a little bit of everything. So, you know, it's a fun time, and I hope you'll join us for the next 7 days. All of my videos will be going up around sunset on the day of, just because that's when each night begins. Judaism follows a lunar calendar, so each day begins at night as soon as the sun sets. So holidays usually have like a night and then a day. So while tonight is the first night of Hanukkah, tomorrow is the first day. So how is it done? Basically, the materials you require are candles and a Chanukah or a menorah. This is my cheap itty bitty baby one that I have just because I'm worried about my cats knocking a big one over and causing a fire hazard. And also because I live in a 1-bedroom. There's a limited amount of space for Judaica. And this one takes birthday candles. It's cute. And the thing about it is that you're not supposed to blow them out. So you do have to wait for them to burn down, and these babies burn down real fast. Just because it's fun to light it yourself. A lot of households will have more than one, just for, you know, fun. And also because sometimes there'll be a family menorah and then there'll be ones that people buy for you. Like, it's just a nice thing to have. And so each night you light an additional candle. And the first night you have 2 candles, the shamash and the first candle. The shamash is the helper candle. It lights all the others. It's the only one you're allowed to use for work. Basically, the light of the Hanukkah candles aren't supposed to be used for light. Like, you can't use them to read or write or do your nails. The Hanukkah candles are just supposed to be beautiful. That is their purpose ritually. So there's only one candle that you're allowed to use to light the other candles, and that's the center candle, and that goes here. And also you light from left to right, from the most recent candle to the first candle. There is a lawful reason for that in Jewish halakha, which means law. But also the way that I remember it is that you're not supposed to set your sleeve on fire. So if you start here and you light this way, your sleeve gets in the way, unless you're really careful or smart or something. But if you start this way, you're not going to get your sleeve anywhere near it. So you go from this end to this end. First candle goes here, and so on. Candlelighting occurs at a specific time, which you can usually Google on the Chabad website, or basically any time after sunset. Traditionally, you do wait to see the 3rd star just to be like 100% sure the sun is down. It's the same with Shabbat. Shabbat doesn't start until full sundown, because just think about it, it's easier to see the lights when there's no light at all. And in the winter, it does go down earlier, so it's probably like, for right now, for example, it's not even 8 o'clock and the sun is fully down. So that way kiddos can light the candles with you. Traditional foods, at least for Eastern European Jews, are fried foods. I don't really know that much about other backgrounds, but typically we eat latkes, which are fried potato pancakes. There's a really big disagreement in the community about whether you eat with applesauce or sour cream. I think that a lot of people do eat them with ketchup. I used to when I was little, but I'm not really big on latkes just because I have had a lot of bad latkes. And so I just kind of stay away now. But I do love sufganiyot, which are just fried donuts, and traditionally you can have them with jelly. I was never big on jelly donuts as a kid because I was a buzzkill, but now I love them. I do like to emphasize that Jewish traditions are just that, traditions done by Jewish people, and so you can make your own. Like, in my family, traditions were completely drawn from thin air at times, and they are some of the ones that I cherish the most. So, you know, you can create your own norms as a family, and especially for a lot of interfaith families, they find what works for them and they stick with it. So I think that whatever you do, it can be really special. In terms of decoration, we kind of decorate however we want. We don't take Hanukkah that seriously in my family, although when I was little, we did decorate. Basically, in our basement, there was just a box for each holiday that was labeled. The Hanukkah box was about the same size as all the other boxes. Obviously, the most stuff that we had was for Passover, which I'll go over at some point. Pesach is one of the more high equity holidays. You really have to, if you're gonna do it, people usually go pretty whole hog. because it requires a whole nother set of dishes and a lot of cooking implements, switching out basically your entire kitchen for a whole week, which is a lot. But I'd say Hanukkah, we were pretty low effort on when I was growing up. Like, we did get presents and it was like, you know, fun. We went to holiday parties and things like that, but it was about the same or less important as a lot of other holidays that we did. And so, like, it's kind of difficult to be like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we already had most of our big holidays already. Like, I'm just vibing here. Enjoy your stuff. Like, I'm not gonna yuck anyone else's yum, and I love Christmas movies. I'm one of those people who just, like, really enjoys a lot of fun pop culture. But I will tackle in another video about basically why the perception is that Hanukkah is such an important holiday. But spoiler alert, it's just because Christmas falls at the same time. If you are gonna decorate, I'd suggest, you know, making things yourself or going with like going to a Judaica shop. A lot of the mass-produced mainstream Hanukkah decorations are like just so culturally incompetent. Like, deck the halls with matzo balls. It's a lot. I don't know if this is something that you could recognize if you don't have just like the cultural knowledge, but so many perceptions of Jews and Judaism are just wrong. And just picking up a bunch of like cultural cliches to make jokes about isn't really respectful or understanding of us. Like, it's a community-wide joke, like the end cap at Target having like something weird or silly like the mensch on the bench, which I think it's funny, I think it's cute. But it is very much not a thing. Like, it's very much a community in-joke to be like, look what I found on the end cap at Target next to all the Christmas stuff. Here is the one Jewish thing. And like, you know, having matzah on the shelf for Hanukkah. No, I know some people who really like matzah, but I OD on it for 8 days out of the year, and I don't need any more any other time ever. So for decorating when I was younger, we'd put up the holiday cards people sent us. We had a little wall hanging where you could put like a little cloth candle up to be like, this is the night it is. And I always loved doing that. And, you know, we had like arts and crafts my brother and I did when we were little. Like, that's the kind of stuff we'd put up. And, you know, I think it was about the same as any other house decoration in the neighborhood, but we didn't do lights. And I think that just generally speaking, Hanukkah is just fun for kids for the most part. Like, there isn't like a service that we go to. Most Jewish holidays have like a synagogue component if you're lucky enough to live in an area that has a vibrant Jewish community. But Hanukkah is just kind of a, I don't like to call it a nothing holiday because it is fun to celebrate and I do enjoy it and it serves a purpose. But, you know, it's not the same as Christmas. It's not even in the same ballpark. It's not in the same league as Christmas. Christmas is like MLB and Hanukkah is golf. Although if you do want to purchase Hanukkah stuff, I'll be linking some Jewish artisans in the description and also in the video that I'm making about what gifts you should get people. Even if you're not Jewish or even if you're not practicing, one of the most important things you can do this holiday season as we're going into tax time is support Jewish artisans, because a lot of people have had a really hard time these last couple of years, especially with the pandemic. One of my favorite designs this year was the Happy Honk with the Chanukah goose. Please go buy it. My Monardy's Nuts is like one of my favorite producers of content online, and I just want her to make all the money. I have a parasocial internet crush on her. It's no big deal. In terms of presents, I will be doing a vlog Chag video about that, but basically small presents are traditional, just little things you can give one out every night. Think of it kind of like as stocking stuffers, but you get one every night. So like, you know, a little makeup or a puzzle or like a new pair of fun headphones. Like, that was the kind of stuff that I got growing up. And then, you know, as you get older, you get like one big present and then a couple little shittier presents. And it's really fun because, like, you know, you'll see like a whole bunch of wrapped stuff and then you'll open it all up and it'll be, you know, you get to pick which one you're gonna do each night. I really love giving gifts as like a way of showing my appreciation and my love for people. And it's also like a way of showing like profound empathy, in my opinion. I love giving gifts because it shows like, I see you, I've paid attention to what you like. Like, nothing to me indicates like paying attention to somebody less than like a generic present. You know, I mean, the main pointer that I can give with gift giving is small things are nice, be thoughtful. Traditionally speaking, people just gave money, gelt, money, which is why we have the chocolate coins now. I will say chocolate coins are really good. Be sure to buy the high quality ones, like less high milk chocolate, more dark chocolate, the ones that are branded, because the off-brand chocolate coins are not as good. They do not taste good. They taste like the shitty Easter chocolate. So don't do it. Get real chocolate gelt. Get like the good stuff. You can also just like give money if you want. I knew a lot of families that just gave their kids money and then they would go out and get whatever present they wanted instead of like, you know, a couple little things. They'd get themselves one big thing, or they would get money one night, like a little something from each relative. And so that's basically how I was raised to celebrate. But if you have a fun family tradition, leave it in the comments. If you have something that you're doing with your family that your parents didn't do with you, share it. I'm really interested to see how everybody else celebrates. I was thinking that I might do more videos just kind of explaining how we celebrate holidays and like giving an idea of like what it's like. But I don't know if that's content that anyone would be interested in, just because I feel like a lot of people who watch these videos are Jews who like have that context already. But if you are interested in learning about, you know, holidays, or if you just have questions, I'm happy to do a Q&A at some point, just because I feel like there are a lot of misconceptions, and I don't know that it's productive to just be like, read a book, because like that is my first instinct, to be like, go read a book, don't ask ignorant questions. But at the same time, like, I'm putting myself out there as someone who was raised Jewish. Anyway, that's vlog Chag 1 night down 7 ago. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and happy Hanukkah, everybody. Chag Sameach.